Stop scrolling for a second, because if you're listening to this right now, it's not an accident, it's not luck, and it's definitely not random. This message found you because there is something inside you that refuses to stay average. Something inside you that knows you were not born just to survive, pay bills, and watch other people live the life you secretly want. Let me ask you something straight up, no sugarcoating. If someone told you that your entire life could look unrecognizable in the next 12 months, that the person you see in the mirror today could be replaced by a stronger, sharper, more disciplined, more confident version of you, would you believe it? Or would you laugh it off like you've done every other year? Because deep down, you've heard motivational talks before. You've felt that spark before, and yet year after year you stayed the same. And that's exactly why this moment matters. Because this is not just another motivational speech. This is a line in the sand. This is the moment where you stop lying to yourself about how much time you have left to waste. Because here's the truth most people are scared to face. Time does not slow down for anyone. It does not wait for you to feel ready. It does not care about your excuses, your past, your heartbreaks, your failures, your childhood, your environment, or the people who doubted you. The calendar doesn't negotiate, the clock doesn't care, and the next year is coming whether you level up or stay stuck. And the question is not, can you change? The real question is, are you finally willing to? Because this next chapter is a blank page, and you are holding the pen. But holding the pen doesn't mean anything if you never write, and too many people spend their entire lives waiting for motivation instead of building discipline, waiting for confidence instead of taking action, waiting for permission instead of having courage. And if you keep waiting, you will wake up one day and realize the life you wanted expired in the waiting room. You were not created to blend in. You were not designed to live on autopilot. You were built to create impact, to move rooms when you walk into them, to shake the ground with your presence. But that version of you does not show up by accident. It shows up when you get tired. Tired of making excuses, tired of shrinking yourself, tired of pretending you're okay when you know you're capable of more. Because change does not begin when you feel inspired. It begins when you get fed up with procrastination, fed up with self-doubt, fed up with watching life pass you by while you scroll, complain, and compare. Let me be clear, this year is not going to hand you anything. It is going to test you. It is going to push you. It is going to challenge your habits, your mindset, your consistency, and your excuses. And that's not a bad thing, because pressure reveals who you really are. And you don't grow when things are easy. You grow when you decide to show up even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's boring, even when no one is clapping for you. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time you truly showed up for yourself the way you show up for everyone else? When was the last time you kept a promise to yourself instead of breaking it quietly and moving on like it didn't matter? Because every broken promise chips away at your confidence, and every kept promise builds the person you're becoming. This year is not about perfection, it's about ownership. Ownership of your habits, your time, your mindset, your health, your finances, your future. Because nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to knock on your door and hand you discipline, focus, or success. You have to go get it. And that means doing the work even when you don't feel like it. Because results don't care about feelings. They care about actions repeated daily. And before we go any further, if this message is hitting you right now, if you feel that uncomfortable truth settling in, do yourself a favor. Subscribe to this channel and drop a comment saying, "I'm locking in." Not for me, but as a declaration to yourself. Because saying it out loud creates accountability, and accountability creates change. Understand this, your breakthrough does not come from motivation alone. It comes from mental toughness, from deciding that no matter what happens, you will not quit on yourself again. Because as long as you're breathing, you're still in the fight. There is always another round, another chance. Another opportunity to get back up, but you have to choose to stand. And that choice will scare you because change is uncomfortable, discipline is lonely, and growth requires you to let go of old versions of yourself that feel familiar but keep you stuck. You cannot keep the same habits and expect a different life. You cannot keep the same mindset and expect a new outcome. And you cannot keep blaming your past for a future you refuse to build. Because what you don't change, you choose. And every day you delay is a decision. Every excuse is a vote for the life you're living right now. If you hate your body but do nothing to change it, you are choosing it. If you hate your job but never build a skill, never take a risk, never invest in yourself, you are choosing it. And the most empowering truth of all is this: you have the power to choose differently starting today. Not next Monday, not next month, not next year, today. Because the version of you that the world is about to mate does not wait for perfect conditions. That version moves with clarity, with focus, with intent. Stop being a spectator in other people's lives and start being a participant in your own. Stop watching success stories and become one. Stop consuming and start creating, because scrolling will never build the life you want, but consistent action will. Read books, build skills, get certified, improve your body, sharpen your mind, clean up your habits, fix your sleep, control your inputs. Because discipline in small things creates momentum in big things, and momentum changes everything. It does not matter if you feel ready. Confidence is built by doing, not thinking, and the only thing standing between who you are and who you could become is a decision you've been postponing. You have rooms to step into, people to meet, opportunities to create, bloodlines to change, and lives to impact. But none of that happens if you stay comfortable, because the future does not belong to the hesitant, the passive, or the cautious. It belongs to those willing to bet on themselves when no one else does. So let me ask you again. Are you going to repeat the same year and call it fate, or are you going to take responsibility and call it growth? Because you get one life, and it is happening right now. Not someday, not later, not when conditions are perfect, right now. And if you are serious about becoming the person you know you're capable of becoming, then lock in. Eliminate distractions, eliminate doubt, eliminate fear, and commit to daily execution. Because talking without doing produces nothing, and effort without consistency produces regret. And if you want more content that pushes you to think, act, and grow at this level, make sure you're subscribed and comment what you want to see next. Discipline, mindset, money, fitness, or purpose, because this channel exists to build people who are done living small. Remember this: you were not born to lose. You were born to win. But winning is a daily decision, a daily discipline, a daily choice to show up, even when it's hard, even when no one sees it, even when results take time. Because delayed results do not mean denied results. Your story is still being written, and the pen is still in your hand. So write something worth reading, build something worth remembering, and become someone you're proud to be. Because the world hasn't even seen the real you yet. And when that version of you shows up, focused, disciplined, unshakable, nothing from your past will be able to stop you. This is your year. This is your moment. And all you have to do is own it and take action starting now.